Well, the best advice I could give is just be smart about what you get into and do your research. I'll give an example. 15 years ago, when I got involved with computer projectors, I'd done my research and I knew that they were going to be making a run. It was all over the technology magazines. And so I got into computer projectors. It was just that simple. Then the MLM space got me involved. I knew that technology and virtual products were going to be making their run. It was all over the industry news. So I got involved. Let's see. Well, I also got involved with cardiac diagnostics and cancer diagnostics. Why? Because I live in Florida. And if you don't know about Florida, it's where people go to retire. So when people go to retire, unfortunately, there's sickness involved. And, diagnosing heart attacks and diagnosing cancer are a big thing here in Florida. So I got involved in that. I advise you just to be smart about what you do and what you get into. I mean, now the reason I'm in this business is because it's all over the news that mobile websites, responsive websites, are going to be making their run in 2013 and 2014. So I'd be crazy to ignore that. So instead, I'm just jumping into it. And, why not help people along the way? I mean, a couple of years back, we really started getting involved in helping out, whether it was paying somebody's car payment or, the adoption of our son from the foster system. It's all about giving back. And if we have the ability to do that, that makes a whole lot more sense for us in our world because, John and I, we have what we need. There's nothing that we need. We've been so fortunate and really not affected by the economy in the past few years. And it's time for us to give back. We know how to do this, so why not bring some people on board? We get so much more joy and so much more pleasure out of helping other people. If you haven't had the chance to do that, I'll tell you, you will get so much more success and intrinsic success by helping other people. You'll see what I mean. When you build your team, you'll see what I mean. It's what all of the big CEOs in corporate America, big corporate America, your Microsofts, your Apples, Google, Yahoo, IBM, HP, they're all spending money right now. Starting in 2013, going on to 2014, 2015, they've got statements all over the news. They're spending money on mobile and responsive technology. You'll see it all over the news. Don't take our word for it. So why shouldn't we just develop that? We've got the resources. We've got the manpower. We have the know-how. That's where we're going with this. That's what vSmart is. It's a culmination of everything that's in the news right now. And let's just jump on it. Let's build the teams and bring people along with us. Oh, that company? It's in the technology space, and it still makes $40 million per year. And there's only 15 people, maybe 15 or 18 in the room. And they still turn out that much business every year. About 3 or 4 of them are order fulfillment people, and the rest are just salespeople. And the funniest thing is they've never met a customer. They've done everything online and on the phone. They have never met their customers. So I could not do that. I need to meet people. Gosh, let me think about that one. I would say when my mom came into the business that I started about 15 years ago, there were a bunch of kids, 18, 19, 20, maybe the oldest one might have been 21. And she looked around, and these kids were making $100,000 a year each, just out of high school, out of college. And she says, "Colleen, look at the opportunity that you created for these kids." And I said, "Well, of course I did, Mom. That's my job. That's what they pay me to do." And she said, "No, but look at what you've done for them. You've taught them how to sell. You've taught them how to use their computer. You've taught them how to close deals online. You've taught them how to close deals on the phone. You've created skills for them that they're going to be able to take through their whole life, no matter what they do, Colleen. Don't you see what you did? And you helped those kids." And it's still hard for me to think about that because anyway, she helped me so much. And that, I think, was my best success. Oh, we're willing to share what we have, for sure. We know what steps to take to build the business and to build the team and to be successful month after month. And, why not help people to cut their learning curve in half and benefit from all of our experience, John and mine experience. Oh, you're talking about our stakeholder. Yes. Okay. He is. He works for a Fortune 500 company here in America, and that Fortune 500 company is ranked under 25. And his sole responsibility there is, technologically speaking, he's responsible for the global mobile platform at that company. And I'll give an example. The other day we were all at dinner, and he said, we need to be thinking about globally and culturally, when we have a global company, how technology is interpreted in other countries. And he said, so for example, in North America, when we submit a form and we see red, we are conditioned to stop, pause. We need to stop and look at something here. There's something more to pay attention to. He said, but in Asia, Colleen, red means success. He said, so these are things we need to be thinking about. And at that another meeting, he actually switched his computer to Asian characters and started typing in Asian characters to make sure that our technology was being saved in Asian characters. So this is the type of person and the type of quality folks that we have working with us here. Our marketing guru, yes, she's phenomenal. Her and I worked together just under 10 years ago at a company and launched this MLM. And she was the marketing person, and I was the field person, the field liaison. And we grew that company, yes, 5,000 people on day one at launch. We had a nice pre-launch in 38 countries. And so, yes, she's on board with us again. Yes, our project manager. She has worked with teams all over the world. As a matter of fact, she always is online at night with people in other countries. You know, there's such a time change, and she's always getting projects done with teams of people in other countries. So just so glad to have her. Yes, our stakeholder, who is Brian, is a CPA here in America, and so he makes sure that we're abiding by all of our laws and you know, and using good accounting principles and all of this good stuff. So glad to have him on board as well. Yes, my husband, John Sullivan. Wait until you meet him. He is fantastic. He is one of those guys that when you meet him, you just like him. He's got no airs about him. He's got no ego. He is a fantastic sales and marketing guru. All of my respect for my husband. Something that's unique. Well, I would say, okay, our mobile replicated websites for our distributors. They can have their replicated website in mobile version right on their smartphone. I know somebody the other day called vSmart a Groupon killer because you could deliver your coupons and your specials to your customers through a text, but through vSmart, where it looks beautiful and they can redeem something. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I love vSmart for that reason. It's a mobile website, and you can actually text your website to someone, and on their smartphone they can see your mobile website. And the neatest thing is you can be up and running with a vSmart, a mobile website, in under 10 minutes. So you could use a Join Now button on yours. You could use a Buy Now button. You could use a Facebook, a Twitter, Pinterest. You could have them register. If you've got a newsletter for them to sign up for, you name it, there's a button for it on vSmart, on your mobile website. And you can change it on the fly. You can have a YouTube video. Leverage the power of YouTube and have a YouTube video up there. Put that in your vSmart. I mean, there's no better way to tell a story than through that video, and then have the call to action buttons right on that mobile website so that you can convert your prospects easier. Who can use a vSmart? Well, businesses can use a vSmart. Personal, anybody can use a vSmart. I'll give an example. There was a business down the road in our neighborhood. It made a great pizza. We loved this pizza shop, and the other day we drove by and it was out of business. And it was such a shame because my husband, John, said to me, Colleen, we could have helped that company. We could have helped that business stay in business with vSmart. You know, we didn't know that he was having a hard time. We didn't know he was looking at going out of business. We just saw that, you know, it was always crowded when we all went to get pizza on Friday and Saturday night. We didn't realize there was a problem. vSmart could have helped him. He could have been communicating with his customers better and providing them coupons or whatever the case was that he may have wanted, but we could have helped him. Sure, vSmart for personal use. You could be a coach at the YMCA and need to be updating your team with what time practice is or brand new coach rollout. You could be principal at a school. You could be a mom from a mom's group who wants to make sure to update the other moms on when the play group is. I mean, the personal uses are endless because you've got a video there and you've got 4 icons, even more sometimes, that you can be communicating with the people that you want to be communicating with personally and customizing them however you'd like. Yeah, we really picked the wrong day to be outside in Florida. It is so humid right now. Could we get some water? Could we stop for some water? The beauty of shooting outdoors. We'll have to wait for that dump truck to go by. Oh, thank God, because it's getting too hot. What time is it? Noon? It's getting way too hot out here. But if you guys want to go swimming, you can. I've got to go get some work done, but help yourself to the pool.